Omega Night Monday from Mascoutah High School. We say good evening as we welcome you to Mascoutah High School, the MHS Gymnasium. Tonight, it's the Civic Memorial Eagles and the Mascoutah Indians. Welcome inside, everybody, alongside nobody, a wrestler. With you this evening as the Indians and the Eagles meet for the first time in 2024-2025 in what is sure to be a fun and exciting matchup because these two teams, they've got a lot to play for in the Mississippi Valley Conference. It is a tight conference right now. Indians had a big winning conference on Friday night, taking down Waterloo. A win tonight would essentially tie them up with Waterloo for second place. In the end, for a tie for third in the MVC. This is the only conference game happening tonight, and that is because this is a makeup game from back on January 10th. These two teams were supposed to play on January 10th. And that was, of course, ice, snow, and all those factors kept these two teams from matching up. And so now we finally get to make up. So the conference will be realigned. Everybody will have the same number of games, and everything will be, and all things will be evened out. So big night tonight here in the MVC. So it's a big night tonight in the MVC. As I mentioned, a win for the Indians again. That would put them in a tie for third behind Waterloo, with games still to be played against Jerseyville and Triad, and one more against Civic Memorial. So there is still a shot, outside shot, but the Indians were to go undefeated in the rest of the conference season and some other things went their way. Conference not out of the question so far for the Tribe. As you can see right now, the captain's meeting in front of the scorer's table, going over everything. Should be what, hopefully, a good one tonight. The Eagles, taking a look at them, they come into the night 15-8, and they have been playing great basketball. They started off the year 5-6. Since then, 10-2. In their last 12 games, and that includes a 9-game winning streak that spanned the 28th of December through the 24th of January. They then fell to Triad, and then they fell to Triad in 4 overtimes last Friday night. That's right, you heard me. 4 overtimes for the Eagles and the Triad Knights last week. That was in Troy, a game in which Triad took down the Eagles. So a big time loss for the Eagles a week ago. And what is now sure to be a game for the Eagles that they will hope to pick up a victory. The Indians could use a win. They're coming off a big win against Waterloo on Friday. They had a win on Waterloo on Friday, and then they went to the Pinckneyville shootout and took down Murfreesboro 57-43. So the Indians on a 2-game winning streak currently. Although the Indians have not had more than 4 straight wins. They had the 4 straight wins going into Christmas. They went into the Christmas tournament 7-3. went 3-1 to the modern day tournament. We're 9-4 coming out of the break, and then have struggled a bit in the second part of the year following the holidays. After starting out 7-3, they have gone since 6-6. So Indians could really use a nice win tonight, pick up their third consecutive victory, and another conference win would really help things out as they move along in this season. The Eagles come into this game tonight with a solid team, averaging 55 points a game, 55.7, in fact, just slightly above the Indians' 55.0. And they are only allowing 47. However, in conference, that falls to 51 and 51 and a half, so they're not nearly as good. They're 2-4 in conference play. So conference play has not been as much of a strong point as the rest of their season has been. The Indians, 55 points a game. They're allowing 49. They're only scoring 50 points when you put them in a conference, but they're allowing only 48. So, you know, it all numbers considered, everything points to a tough and close game tonight. So all things considered, everything points to a tough matchup. What is sure to be a close game here in the MHS gym tonight. For the Eagles, they are led onto the floor. Adam Ogden, jersey number 11.4 points per game. He is a 40% field goal shooter, 36% from beyond the three-point line, so certainly a threat. They've also got the 6'2 senior August Frankfurt, 11.1 points per game. He's got 9.2 rebounds, and he is a 50% field goal shooter, so making half of every shot he takes. So as we get closer and closer to tip-off, those are your two guys. Adam Ogden, jersey number 0, and August Frankfurt, jersey number 33. So certainly a lot to keep in mind, a lot to pay attention to as we get closer to tip-off here tonight in Mascoutah. Gonna be a good one tonight. The Eagles, the Indians, pregame show is over. It's time for tip. This is the Indian Sports Network.
And guard is 6'1" senior, number 0, Adam Ogden. And guard is 6'1" senior, number 1, Jack Haining. And guard is 6'2" junior, number 3, Charlie Kirkpatrick. And forward is 6'3" senior, number 33, August Rankford. And at center, a 6'4" junior, number 35, Bradley Lamb. Head coach of Eagles, Mr. Lee Green.
And so let's get this thing ready to go. As the Indians and the Eagles meet for the first time this year, for the Eagles, it's Adam Ogden, Jack Pining, Charlie Kilpatrick, August Frankfurt, and Riley Lamb. Riley Lamb will go up for the tip. For the Indians, Hollins, Harris, McCrew, Smith, and Fern. And we're underway with the Eagles taking the opening tip. Moving across, coming out, Charlie Kilpatrick finds Frankfurt, kicks it back out. They go to Ogden. Ogden, top of the key between the circles. McCrew's right on him, got nowhere to go. Now finds Kilpatrick. Weaving and wigging around with a basketball. Kick it out for Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick kicks it over to Frankfurt. Frankfurt over to Pining. Pining moves right, now blocked left. Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick trying to drive. Gives it over to Ogden. Ogden spins. Now moves to the right. And gives it over to Riley Lamb. Lamb kicks it up the floor. Now they find Ogden. Ogden looking to go inside. Back out Pining. Nearly a minute-long opening possession. Here is Lamb. Lamb gives it back out. Adam Ogden. It is a minute-long opening possession. Corey Harris is on Kilpatrick. Now they get it out. Adam Ogden. Ogden on to Pining. Pining out for Frankfurt. Now over back to Ogden. Now they kick it back out for Riley Lamb. They look underneath for Ogden. Ogden floats one up, no good. And here the Mascoutah team with a minute and 20-second opening possession. Here's Harris. Harris underneath, floats one up, doesn't go. And the rebound belongs to August Frankfurt. Frankfurt ahead. Now they find Kilpatrick, right corner. Kilpatrick over to Frankfurt. Frankfurt swings it. Now Kilpatrick between the circles. Over to Pining. Pining gives it over to Lamb. Now they look underneath and they kick it back out. 3 ball coming out of Ogden. Back of the iron. Doesn't go. Rebound Matthew Smith. And the Indians bring it up the other way. Smith to the corner. Hollins. Hollins catch and shoot. 3. And Stephen Hollins to the right corner. Knocks it down. Indians strike first tonight. Eagles coming back the other way. Charlie Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick swings it out of Ogden. Ogden going to give it across for Pining. Pining between the circles, left wing. Dishes it back. They look underneath. Wide open and an easy bucket for Riley Lamb. Wide open underneath. The easy bucket. 5:37 to go already in the first. Here's Corey Harris coming up the floor with it. Harris gives it across. Bounces it back, swings it over to Harris. Harris to Hollins. Hollins back Harris. Harris trying to find somewhere to go. Hollins again with a head fake 3. Back to Harris. Goes underneath for Smith. Finds Crumble. Crumble left corner 3. Knocked it left rim. Doesn't go. Stephen Hollins able to get the rebound after an initial tip. Corey Harris has it. 3 minutes gone. 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. 3-2 Mascoutah. Here's McCoo catching. Tried to dribble it. Now the ball's loose. It's picked up by Kilpatrick. Trying to go to the rim. No good. Tip back and put back good for Riley Lamb. Eagles lead for the first time. Corey Harris up the floor. Harris looks in for McCoo. McCoo going to kick it out. Here's Fern. 3 from the corner. Mattis Fern off the back of the iron. Doesn't go. Rebound Frankfurt and the Eagles ahead. Here's Kilpatrick in the right corner. Kilpatrick swinging it. The Eagles swing it to Ogden on the left side. Now they get it back. Kilpatrick between the circles. Right wing now for Pining. Pining and the Eagles swing it back. Now it's Ogden again. Top of the circle. Ogden over to Pining on the right wing. Steps to the right leg. Now moves it back between the circles. Out of Ogden to the logo at midcourt. Now back over to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick swings it in. Ogden looks underneath. Then a big man Frankfurt goes up strong and puts it in, and the Eagles lead by 3. 3:55 to go in the first quarter. Back come the Indians. Mattis Fern over to Corey Harris, right side. They find Stephen Hollins down to the right corner. Hollins gives it over to Harris. Harris has to dribble in, kicks it over. Fern in the left corner. Gonna give it back over. Harris in the middle. McCoo, 10-foot jumper off the window and good. And Jaden McCoo makes it a 1-point game. 3:31 to go in the first quarter. The Indians kick it across. Here's Kilpatrick again. Kilpatrick left wing. Now over to Adam Ogden. Ogden going to give it over to Pining. Pining, top of the circle. 3 ball coming. He knocks it down. And the Eagles lead 9-5. 3:14 to go. 9-5 the score. Harris between the circles over to Hollins. Back to Harris. Swings it around for Fern. Fern looks over to Matthew Smith. Smith double team in the corner. Finds it. Throws it away out of Ogden. Ogden with some speed back the other way. Gets through the lane. Throws one up off the glass. It goes. Timeout Mascoutah. 30-second timeout taken by the Indians. They trail 11-5. 2:49 to go in the first. Quick paced first quarter. Again, the first Eagle possession was 1:20. It sped up a little bit. All of a sudden, the Eagles out to a 6-point 11-5 lead. But I think that first possession, the Indians weren't ready to have to deal with that, and they have been thrown off. But the Indians are trailing by 6 here with 2:49 to go in the opening quarter. Stephen Hollins going to bring it up over the timeline. Starting 5, still out both teams. Hollins on the right side, trying to find someone to go. Finds Harris out at the top of the logo. Harris under the key, gets it down to Matthew Smith, dribbles backwards, draws a foul. They're going to call that foul on Charlie Kilpatrick. Matthew Smith to go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 here. Matthew Smith to the free throw line this year, 69.6%. And his first free throw is short. Second free throw for Smith, buried. Knocked it down just nice and clean. It's 11-6. Coming back the other way, Jack Pining. Pining over to Lamb. Eagles swing it left side. Looking inside, finding Ogden. Ogden goes up, draws a foul. And he will hit the free throw line. He'll call the foul on McCoo. 2:23 to go with the first. Ogden, first free throw is good. Ogden this year, the free throw line, 63%. Second free throw is good as well, so 13-6. Eagles, 2:21 to play. Corey Harris up the line, off the left side, finds Hollins, right wing. Hollins back to Harris. Harris sends it across Fern. Fern underneath the basket. Swings it across, finds Harris, gets it to McCoo inside, finds Hollins. Hollins, Harris, left wing three. Off the side of the iron, doesn't go. Hollins gets the rebound and throws it up and in. Nice work there by the small guy, Stephen Hollins, to work underneath the basket. And he goes to work on defense on Pining up the floor. You get it over to Kilpatrick on the left wing. Kilpatrick moves it, foul between the circles. It's Pining. Pining looking to dribble, fights on Hollins. Dishes it across, he hits the deck as he gets it out of his hand to Kilpatrick. Now it's Ogden, top of the circle, over to Pining. Pining sends it over to Adam Ogden, looks inside, floater up and in for Riley Lamb. Riley Lamb, and now the Eagles, it goes out of bounds off the Eagles, going the other way. Jarrell Crumble going to come into the game for the Indians. Corey Harris out of the game. Now does Fern inbound the ball to Jada McCoo. Minute 16 to go in the first quarter. Crumble has it, swings it across left side, Fern. Fern back to Crumble. Crumble and Fern, the two freshmen, playing catch at the top, outside the perimeter of the arc. Back to Fern again. Fern looking to drive, kicks it out for Hollins. Hollins, corner three, rims out. Rebound on the offensive end by Matthew Smith, and Smith will get fouled trying to put it back. They're going to call the foul on Riley Lamb. Matthew Smith back to the free throw line here. He's 1 for 2 tonight. And he's short of the first free throw. Corey Harris into the game. He's going to take out Mattis Fern. And so now Smith will take his second free throw. And he's 2 for 4 at the line so far tonight. The Indians trailing 15-9. First quarter. Adam Ogden dishes it across. Here's Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick looking around, swings it over to Ogden. Ogden gives it up for Pining. Pining back over to Ogden again. Now it's Pining. Pining, top of the key. Kilpatrick, three, doesn't go. Matthew Smith gets the rebound and brings it back up the floor. Smith nearly lost it, able to bounce it, pass it to McCoo. Gets it to Harris, trying to go at the baseline. Finds Hollins in the corner. Hollins again in the corner. And Hollins knocks it down for three. The Indians trailing now 15-12. They find Pining down to the corner. They swing it, trying to find somewhere to go. They look underneath. They find Grant McKee just into the game. And the Indians steal it away. Here's Harris now. Baseline, Euro, blocked by Riley Lamb, and that'll end the first quarter. At the end of one, the Indians trail the Eagles 15-12. We're back in just a moment on the Indian Sports Network. Second quarter coming up.
New to Mascoutah but open since 1972, Joe's Pizza has plenty to offer. No matter what you're in the mood for, Joe's Pizza has a variety of options for you. Check out their handmade pizzas, pastas, subs, salads, and wings located at 215 East Main in Mascoutah. Along with their delicious food, Joe's has friendly workers, a clean and safe environment, and fast and efficient service. Don't just take our word for it, look at many reviews left by members of our own community. Available for delivery or carryout. Joe's Pizza, where every bite feels like home.
Coming out of the timeout, the Indians trailed the Eagles 15-12. Start of the second quarter, Indians hold possession of the basketball. They look inside, then stolen away. Charlie Kilpatrick and the Eagles get it back. Adam Ogden trying to drive. There's Frankfurt. Frankfurt gets it over to Pining. Pining back to Frankfurt. Now they look in Kilpatrick, and we have a foul called underneath. They're going to call the foul on Darrell Crumble. Ball gets thrown out. Here's Adam Ogden. Ogden going to go through the lane. Deflected by Matthew Smith. And then the rebound and putback is good for August Frankfurt. Indians coming up the floor. Here is Harris. Now over to Crumble. Crumble with a no-look pass to McCoo underneath. He's fouled trying to go up. Riley Lamb going to get the foul there for the Eagles. And Jaden McCoo will go to the line here for the Indians. First free throw from McCoo is good. 20. Number 25 into the game for the Eagles. Not 100% sure. I think that maybe I'd have to hear the PA announcer say it again. I don't have a 25 on my score sheet. Second free throw is good. But I believe the name I heard was Tanner Hokamp, which I have as 23. But it may be Tanner Hokamp. I'll see if that's what they say. Here's Jack Pining, swing it across. Adam Ogden has it. He's coming across top of the circle. He gets it over now. They find Frankfurt. Now it's Ogden. Ogden, Pining, top of the circle, three, it's good. And the Eagles lead by 6. 6:50 to play in the second. Here's Crumble, sending it out for Smith. Smith across for McCoo. McCoo directing traffic, gets it out for Harris. Swings it over to Crumble, right side. Harris looks left, now throws it, nearly overthrew it. But it's picked up by Pining, who throws it down to the corner, thrown back. Hokamp kicks it out. Driving inside, and a foul is called as Kilpatrick tried to go up into the lane. Crumble guilty of the foul for the Indians. And the first free throw is good for Kilpatrick. Mattis Fern checks into the game again for the Indians here. He'll send Crumble to the Indian bench. Second free throw, no good. Coming up the floor, Matt. Here's Hollins. Hollins back to Harris. Harris sends it to the corner for Fern. Fern sends it back. Back over to McCoo, down to Hollins. Hollins from the corner, and Stephen Hollins does it again! From the right corner, Hollins has 11. Pining gonna cut through the lane here for the Indians, finds Frankfurt on the other side, and August Frankfurt puts it up and in. A quick possession there for the Eagles. Here's McCoo, Hollins, deep three, back iron, no. Ball's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it went off the Indians. And the Eagles will have possession. Moving left to right. 23-17. Ball comes free. Here's Kilpatrick off the glass. It doesn't go. Ball is tipped. It's loose, and it's picked up by Mattis Fern. He finds McCoo ahead. Fern looking, kicks it out for Smith. Smith back to Fern. Ball was tipped. McCoo's going to keep it alive for the Indians. Now they swing it across for Harris. Harris finds Fern down to the corner. Back out Harris into the backcourt. Now pulls it up. Now gets it over to McCoo. Hollins has to go back to McCoo. Underneath Fern, wide open, goes to the baseline, double team down there, throws it out for Smith, and then Smith has to just throw it away, and it goes out of bounds. 4:57 to go, we're in the second. Here's Pining, gives it over to Ogden. Directs traffic. Ogden going behind his leg, between his legs. Now coming across the timeline, and timeout taken by Civic Memorial. It'll be a full timeout for the Eagles. We'll step aside. The Eagles with a 6-point lead over the Indians. This is the Mascoutah Indian Sports Network.
You don't need to compromise to lift for a great price. Just go to the gym. New Energy Fitness is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Work privately or sign up for one of the many available classes. So swipe your membership card and head right on in. And with an amazing atmosphere and community, you'll feel right at home. So for great prices, equipment, and everything else, head to 602 West Main Street. Apply now at newenergyfit.com or call 618-448-0331.
Eagles ahead by 6 with 4:49 to go in the first half. Both teams have taken a timeout here in the first half. Eagles basketball coming out of the break. Adam Ogden going to bring it up the floor. Ogden finds Frankfurt, now hand it back off to Ogden, gets it back. Now they kick it back out. Kilpatrick over to Pining. Pining gives it back for Hokamp. Now they're looking at Frankfurt. Frankfurt to the baseline. Reverse layup left hand. Doesn't go. Put back is good for Hokamp. Indians swing it across. Now Mattis Fern. The Indians going to work here. Hollins going to get it in the corner from Harris. Harris now back up within the circle. Here's Matthew Smith turning and shooting. Doesn't go. Rebound Pining. Pining sends it across. Head fake three from Kilpatrick. Hokamp gonna knock one down from three. It doesn't go. McCoo gets the rebound and moves it ahead. Here's Fern in the corner. Mattis Fern, the freshman, knocks it down. It's a 5-point game. Up the floor come the Eagles. Sends it across. It's Adam Ogden. Ogden has it. Pining now gives it back. They swing it over underneath. Now they give it back. Here's a deep three coming from Frankfurt. Doesn't go. McCoo coming up the floor. Gonna go. Trying to spin his way up. That one doesn't fall. And a foul is called. They'll call the foul on Adam Ogden. Second of the quarter for the Eagles. Jaden McCoo to the line. Indians trail by 5, 25-20, 3:26 to go. First free throw is good for McCoo. Parker Parnell into the game. Charlie Kilpatrick is out. Second free throw good for McCoo, so it's a one-possession game. Eagles coming up the floor. Here is Parnell. Parnell bounces it over. Now they swing it across for Ogden. Ogden reverses Frankfurt at the top of the circle. Gives it over to Hokamp. Hokamp looks underneath. Shot doesn't go. Parnell. And he's going to get fouled. This one will be on Mattis Fern. First free throw from Parnell is good. Second free throw good. 27-22. Eagles on top. Fern gets it, now swings it across Corey Harris. Harris gives it back to McCoo. Fern to the corner. Fern with a three ball, doesn't go back iron. Harris still gets the rebound for the Indians. Sent across inside Matthew Smith. Smith finds McCoo, but McCoo made a move one way and the throw was behind him. So it goes out of bounds and the Eagles take it back. Parker Parnell coming up the floor. Over on the left side, sends it inside for Adam Ogden. Ogden floats it underneath, and now the ball's knocked free. Ball gets knocked away, and here is a shot missed by Frankfurt. McCoo got the rebound. Harris for Fern, over to Smith, back out for Hollins. Hollins kicks it back for Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick to Lyman. Lyman to Hollins. They swing back reverse. Here's Kilpatrick again. Kilpatrick sends it, and it's kicked. It went off the foot of Jack Pining. 2 minutes to go in the first half. They give it out for McCoo. And McCoo up over the timeline will bring it up the floor. McCoo bounce pass over to Hollins. Hollins back Harris. Looks for Fern. Back to Harris. Harris going to go underneath. Jumps up. Elizabeth jumper. Doesn't go front of the rim. And now the Eagles and Parnell up the floor left to right. Adam Ogden has it. Now finds Hokamp. Frankfurt now gets it over to Pining. Pining over to Hokamp again. Back out, Parker Parnell gets it to Pining underneath. Hokamp up and in. It's a 7-point lead for the Eagles. Here's Hollins for left corner three, catch and shoot. Back of the iron doesn't go. McCoo got the rebound. Now Mattis Fern gonna throw up a three. Mattis Fern puts it in. And the Indians are going to take another timeout. They've got the lead down to 4. They've got the lead down to 4 now. 29-25. Stephen Hollins, 11 points. 6 points for Mattis Fern. 6 points for Jaden McCoo. Matthew Smith has a free throw. And that is the scoring recap for the Indians right now. No points for Corey Harris. For the Eagles, you've got 4 from Adam Ogden, 6 from Jack Pining, 2 from Parker Parnell, 4 from Frank Hokamp, and 4 from August Frankfurt. That's who's on the floor right now. And there are a couple of guys who have points in there as well that I just don't know. I just don't have the information for. Under a minute to go in the first half. Ogden dribbling, finds Pining. Pining back to Ogden, three-pointer. It's an air ball. The rebound though to the Eagles, and Frankfurt gets deflected away by Smith. Here's McCoo speeding through the lane, trying to find somebody to go. Kicks it out for Mattis Fern, and Mattis Fern knocks down another one. 1 point game with just under 30 to play in the second. Parnell up the floor, knocked it loose, but kept alive. Hokamp has it. Now gives it back Pining, swings it over to Parnell. 21 seconds to go, 29-28 Eagles. Pining looks underneath, Parnell. Ball is loose, jump ball, Eagle basketball. 14.3 seconds to go. .3 to go. We look underneath, and the basket no good for Hokamp. McCoo with 7 to play. Up the floor, trying to scramble. Hollins for the corner for 3, doesn't go. And then they're going to call a foul with 1 second to go. They're going to say that they called, that they blew the whistle. So they put a half a second on the clock. Indians have possession. It'll have to be a touch and shoot. McCoo's gonna put one up and he's gonna get fouled as he shot it. And now the Civic Memorial head coach may have just... So we have a foul on the Eagles. Jaden McCoo going to go to the free throw line. And they're saying they're making sure it's a 2. They're putting 0.2 seconds on, they're saying 0.2 seconds on the clock. 2 shots for McCoo and a chance for the Indians to have the lead. And McCoo misses on the first. So the Indians at the very least could go into the second half tied here. If McCoo can get the second free throw to fall. So a lot of drama here in the last second of the first half. McCoo buries the second free throw. Tie game. And we are going to end the first half. So at the half, we're tied at 29. The Indians and the Eagles conference rivalry. It's been a good one so far. 10 minutes in the second half will get underway. So to the third quarter, the Indians will have the basketball. So we welcome you back to Indian basketball presented by Joe's Pizza. 8 minutes on the clock, third quarter. Indians come up with the ball. Even at 29 after the first half, it was an exciting first half of basketball. And now the Indians are ready to go to work. Stephen Hollins kicks it back over to Corey Harris. Harris back over to Mattis Fern. Left corner three from Fern. Air ball kept alive by McCoo. McCoo trying to turn it out, deflected, but the ricochet goes to the Indians. Now Corey Harris from downtown's going to air ball that one. Tipped back, saved by Stephen Hollins. Back to Harris. Harris underneath for McCoo. He's going to go up and in. And Jada McCoo has got that one, and the Indians strike first in half number 2. Up the floor come the Eagles. Adam Ogden sends it over to Riley Lamb. Lamb kicks it across for Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick to Pining. Pining to Ogden. Ogden gets it underneath, and now they kick it back out. Adam Ogden, three-pointer is going to go. And the Eagles back on top again. 32-31. Corey Harris in the right wing, going to get the basketball from McCoo. Now sends it to the corner for Hollins. Hollins back to Harris. Harris sends it over to McCoo. McCoo going to dribble in. Jump ball, back of the iron, doesn't go. Adam Ogden with the rebound, trying to come up the floor with it by himself. Ogden splits it, kicks it. Right wing three is good for Jack Pining. 35-31, Eagles lead. Ball comes out for Harris. Harris trying to drive in, goes up and can't get it. Rebound for Pining, and the Eagles up from right to left, moving across. Out to the corner, three ball, Kilpatrick, no. Foul on the Eagles on the way down. It's on August Frankfurt. 35-31, Civic Memorial. Harris gets it over Mattis Fern. Fern swings it across. Here's Stephen Hollins. Deep three. Doesn't go. Front of the rim. It missed. August Frankfurt moving it back the other way. Sends it across. Put up is no good from Riley Lamb. Coming up the floor with it now, Corey Harris. Harris looking to go down the middle of the lane. Throws this one up and knocks it in. Nice work there, Corey Harris. 35-33 Indians. Coming back out of Ogden. Ogden swings it left side, Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick over to Frankfurt. Frankfurt underneath, Kilpatrick goes up strong, deflected away by Matthew Smith. The pump back deflected by Smith. And Smith knocked another one away! Matthew Smith knocks away three. They get it to Harris. Harris in transition missed the basket. Ogden and the Eagles back the other way. Ogden deflected again by Matthew Smith. Matthew Smith with 4 blocks in the last minute of game action. Ball's knocked out of bounds here. It'll stay with the Eagles. But Matthew Smith is the reason it's a 2-point game. Floater out, put up is good. On a little tip shot there from Riley Lamb. 37-33, 4:44 to go. Harris swings it, now back out Harris. Looking to go. Mattis front of the corner, gives it back up for Harris, who gets hit. Looked like might have gotten hit in the face. It's Adam Ogden. He may have hit Corey Harris in the face. Ogden's first of the night. Harris, it'll be the second for the Eagles. And the Indians will keep possession here. 4:31 to go in the third. Harris swings it over to McCoo. Now gets to Hollins in the corner, and then Hollins throws it off the foot of Pining. Here's McCoo over to Harris. Harris swings it up, gives it up for Smith. Smith trying to float it, doesn't go. And now back the other way. Here come the Indians. Here come the Eagles. They lose it. Ogden floats it. Now between the circles. Shot put up, doesn't go. It's knocked free. Matthew Smith going to get it to McCoo. McCoo for Harris. Pulls it back. And Harris reverses it back to McCoo, back to Harris on the right wing. Now they send it across for Mattis Fern. Fern, top of the circle for McCoo. McCoo, bounce pass. Looks inside. Basket good for Matthew Smith. Indians are within 2. 3:31 to go. 37-35 Civic Memorial. 3:26 to go. They look underneath. And that one not going to go on an alley-oop. Now the ball comes free. Matthew Smith's the one that has it. And now back the other way come the Eagles. Come the Indians. McCoo kicks it out for Hollins in the corner. Back to McCoo. McCoo finds Fern underneath. Fern has it deflected out of bounds by August Frankfurt. And
Substitution number 5, Drew Crumple in the lineup for Mascoutah. Replacing number 20, Fern.
Gerard Crumble inbounds the basketball after coming in for Fern. Now McCoo nearly lost it, gets it out to Hollins. Hollins for 3. And Stephen Hollins knocks it down! And the Indians have a 1-point lead. 38-37, 2:45 to go in the third. And a foul is caught on McCoo as the Eagles try to bring it up. Second of the night for McCoo, the first of the quarter for the Indians. 2:45 to go, third quarter. Here's out of Ogden. Ogden moving, now sends it across for Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick looking underneath. He kicks it back out. Here's Pining, doesn't go. Rebound is deflected, no good there. Now it's knocked away, kept alive by the Eagles. Indians, though, able to get it back. Here's Hollins. Over to Crumble to McCoo. Back to Harris. Harris gets it back to McCoo. 2:13 to go. We're in the third quarter. The Indians lead by 1, 38-37. They send it back to McCoo. Hollins from the left corner. Stephen Hollins knocks it down, and the Indians have the 4-point advantage. 2 minutes to play. Ogden with some speed down the floor. Adam Ogden will take it coast to coast. Eagles back to 2-point game. Corey Harris looking around, finds McCoo. McCoo sends it across. Back to McCoo from Crumble. McCoo back to Crumble. Crumble sends it to the corner for Hollins in the right corner. They look inside for Smith. Smith finds Harris, lobs it up and under. And it's 43-39 with 1:27 to go in the third. Here's Hollins. Hollins looks underneath. They find, no, that was stripped away by Corey Harris. Harris through the lane. Harris coast to coast. Corey Harris. And the Indians are off to the races here. A 6-point lead. Timeout, Civic Memorial. It's a 6-point lead for the Indians with 1:06 to play here in the third. Stephen Hollins right now 17 points for the Indians. He has been outstanding tonight. It's been a bit of a slow night for everybody else, but the Indians, but Stephen Hollins certainly has been on point here tonight. Indians coming out of the floor. Eagles have possession. Ogden looks underneath and wide open and putting it in is Riley Lamb. 45-41, 50 seconds to go. We're in the third. Ball gets thrown in. Jada McCoo has it, top of the circles. McCoo dribbling to the right side. Trying to find somewhere to go. Now McCoo going to go up, try to foot one in. He's going to draw a foul. So McCoo at the line, he'll shoot 2. He's got 9 points tonight. And make it 10. He connects there, 46-41. Second free throw good. 47-41, Mascoutah on top of the Eagles. Parnell spinning around, gets across the timeline. Now they get it out for Riley Lamb. They swing it around, Pining underneath. Gets it back to Parnell. Here's Ogden. Parnell again. They swing it. Ogden looks inside Frankfurt. Spinning around. Frankfurt lobs one. That one goes on the right hook. 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Indians by 4. McCoo kicks it across. Hollins, deep 3. Stephen Hollins knocks it down. Time winds down in the fourth quarter. Work in the third, We're going to the fourth. The Indians on top by 7, 50-43.
Need a morning cup of joe? Feeling tired after work and need an afternoon pick-me-up? Scoot on around to Scooter's Coffee to satisfy your caffeine needs. Scooter's Coffee, located across the street from Mascoutah High School, is serving up hot, fresh coffee, cold, refreshing drinks, and a variety of foods such as breakfast burritos and muffins. Scooter's is open Monday to Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on the weekends from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Scoot on around today.
Start of the fourth quarter, Civic Memorial will have the basketball. And coming in, here come the Eagles. Right out of the break, they feed it underneath for Frankfurt. And the Eagles start off the fourth quarter strong. But the Indians will find Mattis front of the corner for 3. It doesn't go. The Indians are going to get the rebound, though. Jada McCoo going to kick it back out. Corey Harris on the right wing. He'll look to drive, gets it to Hollins in the corner. Now back out to McCoo. 7:33 to go, fourth quarter. Harris dribbles, gets it back to McCoo. Clock winding down here in the fourth. McCoo kicks it back out to Harris. Harris for McCoo, top of the circle. Pulls up, 3 ball, got it! Jada McCoo hits it, hits the 3. And the Indians lead by 8. 7:11 to go in the fourth. Parker Parnell kicks it over to Adam Ogden. Ogden to Parnell. Parnell left wing. Floater over the head of Riley Lamb, and the Indians have it. They find Hollins down to the corner. Hollins to the baseline, trying to drive. Floats one back out, nearly thrown away. Knocked away. Jada McCoo still has it. Knocked up. Jada McCoo can't get it. Ball comes down. It's Frankfurt, and he sends it ahead to Parnell. Parnell over to Pining. Pining down underneath. Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to go off the Eagles, and the Indians have it. 6:36 to go. Indians by 8, 53-45. Corey Harris going to come up the timeline. No press for the Eagles. Sent across now McCoo. McCoo gonna go back to Harris. Harris dribbles in, now pulls it back out of the backcourt. Looks inside Smith, back. Harris drives in, kicks it to the corner. Fern, 3-ball left corner, doesn't go. Ball's tipped, it'll stay, it'll go to the Eagles. Adam Ogden's gonna find Frankfurt wide open underneath the basket in transition. And the Eagles track a little closer, 53-47, under 6 minutes to go. Here's McCoo. Sends it back over to Corey Harris. Harris finds Fern. Fern back to Harris. 5:38 to play. Harris looking, pulls it back. Harris has it, now trying to drive. Harris looking, kicks it back out for McCoo. McCoo dishes it, now gives it over to McCoo on the right wing. McCoo looking to drive, kicks it out for Fern on the baseline, dishes it back out. Harris keeps it in. Finds Hollins. Hollins now gets it to McCoo. McCoo driving down the lane, swings it back out to Harris. 4:42 to go. Matthew Smith back to Harris. Harris looking to go to the hashes. Now finds Hollins. Hollins, free throw line jumper, doesn't go. Rebound belongs to the Eagles. It was Riley Lamb who got the rebound. 4:27 to go. Pining gets it out to Adam Ogden. Ogden at the logo, now gives it up. He'll hand it over. Picked up Frankfurt underneath. And going up and being fouled is Frankfurt. They'll call the foul on Mattis Fern. 4:14 to go, fourth quarter. Riley Lamb misses the first free throw. Throw crumble back into the game for the Indians. He'll take out Fern to the bench. Second free throw is good for Lamb. 53-48 with 4:11 to go. Jaden McCoo has it in the backcourt for the Indians. He'll get a screen from Smith. Now try to take it himself. Gets it back to Smith, who can't get the floater inside. Ball comes loose. Indians keep possession. Harris has it in the backcourt. Spinning around, now just keeps it back. Indians playing clock game now. Harris inside, pulls back. Hollins didn't take the three. Back out for Smith, swings it back to Harris. 3:38 to go in the fourth. Harris had it, nearly lost it. We're gonna get a timeout for the Indians. Indians will keep possession. 30-second timeout taken by the Indians. And excuse me, it's a full timeout. He only had a full. All he had was a full timeout. So, full timeout, Indians are on top by 5 in this pivotal conference game. Out of the timeout, Eagles and the Indians, 53-48, Mascoutah. Just under 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter. The Indians ahead by 5. Here's Corey Harris throwing one up off the glass. Corey Harris, what a move there. The Indians up by 7 again. Eagles docked it away. Baseline here for Frankfurt. Frankfurt floats this one out. Now baseline. Kicks it to the corner, and it's Pining. Pining bounces past it back for Adam Ogden. Ogden goes back between the circles, now moves to his left. Ogden looking around, finds somewhere to go. He's able to find Pining, now back to Ogden. Ogden goes up, floater, got it. 55-50, 2:46 to go. Corey Harris now tricking. Harris to drive. Harris puts it in. Corey Harris has come alive here late in the game. 57-50. Indians have 3 double-digit players. 20 for Hollins, 14 for McCoo, and now 10 for Harris. Ball is knocked free. They say it went out of bounds on Harris, so Eagles will have it. Baseline out of bounds, 2:19 to go. Ball gets knocked away again, this time off of Charlie Kilpatrick. 2:16 to play here in the fourth. 57-50 Mascoutah. Jada McCoo gonna bring it up the floor. McCoo speeding down the floor, going up, deflected away by Riley Lamb. Here's Ogden. Ogden down the floor, dishes it back out. Kilpatrick swings it over to Pining. 57-50, ball nearly stripped away. Ogden for 3, got it. Eagles will take a timeout.
30-second timeout.
It'll be a 30. Be a 30-second timeout here by the Eagles. With a minute 48 to go, the Indians ahead 57-53. I told you from the top of the show we were expecting a good one tonight, and it has lived up to that billing. Minute 48 to play. Crumble looking to inbound, finds Harris. Harris gets it over to McCoo. McCoo gets it back to Harris. Trying to avoid the fouls, and now here's the first one. That one will be on Charlie Kilpatrick. Eagles, that's their first foul, so they have a minute 39 to go. They can still foul 3 more times without shooting, and they have 2 timeouts. So the Eagles have all kinds of time. McCoo's gonna take it all the way back to the near the other end of the floor. Now he'll be fouled again. 1:35 to go. And again, 2 timeouts as well for Civic Memorial. 1:35 to play, 4-point game. They get it to Smith. Now back to McCoo, way back across the timeline. McCoo is gonna get fouled again. This one will be on Kilpatrick. 3rd foul for the Eagles. 1:29 to go. 4-point game. Eagles have 1 more foul before the Indians will get shots. They get it to McCoo again and immediately fouled, so a second off the clock there. 1:28 to go. And Jarrell Crumble. Adam Ogden into the game. Parker Parnell to the bench for the Eagles. 1:28 to go. Big time press. Hollins finds open space. Gets away from a couple of fouls. Still free from fouls. A lot of time going down and another foul called. And now the Indians will get to shoot. Hollins will go to the free throw line here. He could make it a 3-possession game. First free throw is good. 58-53, 5-point game. Both free throws good, big time there. Indians are going to take a full timeout. It's 59-53 with a minute of a timeout to play. You're watching the Indian Sports Network.
What's up, football fans? Looking for a fun activity to do before or after a football game in Mascoutah with your family? Well, we suggest the Mascoutah Community Lanes. You can bring your own bowling balls or choose from their wide variety of colorful and awesome looking designs. Recently they decorated for Halloween with plenty of attractions for the younger folk. With friendly and caring staff, the community lanes are sure to be a great place of fun for the whole family. With snacks, amazing pizza, adult beverages, and so much more, it's the perfect place for you and your family. When you arrive, make sure to give the owner, Dan, a hello and tell him MHS sent you. Now let's get back to the game. Go Indians!
.120 to go, we're in the fourth. Eagles have it out of the timeout. Indians are in the bonus. Eagles trailing by 6. Pining looks underneath, ball's tipped, it goes out of bounds, a minute 08 to go. Eagles will have it baseline out of bounds. 59-53. Here's Kilpatrick, out for Ogden. Ogden spinning, McCoo's on him, goes up, Ogden missed it. Frankfurt goes back, he gets fouled. McCoo called for the foul there. Third of the night for McCoo. Parker Parnell into the game for the Eagles. Well, he will check in following the first free throw.
33, Frankfurt at the line for the Eagles.
Frankfurt will miss the first free throw. 58.7 seconds to play.
Checking in from the student, returning man is Kern, replacing him for 5.
Second free throw is good. 59-54, McCoo is fouled right away. Parker Parnell is the guilty party. McCoo will go back to the free throw line again. 57 seconds to go. First free throw is good for McCoo. 6-point game here. 60-54, 57 seconds to go. McCoo knocks down both free throws. 7-point game here. 61-54, they get it out for Ogden. Ogden swings it across for Pining. Pining trying to drive, a lot of clock winding down. Pining shot doesn't go, ball is out of bounds. Indians will get it back. It was off of Riley Lamb. Jarrell Crumble will go to the bench. Mattis Fern will check in. 44 seconds to play. Fern has to stay put. McCoo trying to get around fouls. Now finds Harris. Harris has it in the corner, gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Number 3, Charlie Kirkpatrick with his fourth personal.
35 seconds to go, 61-54, Indians on top. And Harris makes the first free throw. The lead is 8. Second free throw good. 63-54. Down the floor, Adam Ogden. Ogden swings it, Hokamp. Nowhere to go, 25 seconds to go. Hokamp back over to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick down the block, floater, jumper, got it. 16 seconds to go. McHugh gonna drive, dribble down up the lane, and Jaden McHugh is gonna take this one home. Jaden McHugh dribbling it out, and that is gonna do it. The Indians take this one tonight by a final of 63-56. The Indians take down the Eagles. Once again, they they win their third consecutive game. They go to 14-9, and more importantly, 4-3 in the MVC. We thank everyone for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. And we say good evening, so long. No adjusters saying good night.